Hey guys, Tyre here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Kholodny Ferma, playing for today. Spawning on the left, we have wuff, playing his OKW, and his loadout is Scavenge, Special Operations, and Luftwaffe for Ground Forces. wuff recently featured on my channel, losing to Loveness in the quarterfinals of the May Bounce mod tournament. And yeah, I think he's about rank 50 as OKW, so he's pretty highly ranked as OKW. In fact, he's about, he's top 50 with every faction, I think. I remember seeing him being ranked 30 as US Forces, so he's a very competent player. On the right, we have Chanadler Bong playing as Soviets, and his loadout is Shock Rifle Frontline, Counterattack, and Partisans. Apparently his rank is 160 as Soviets.
This now belongs to the people and workers of the Soviet Union.
Actually, when I was looking at the player cards here, I was always wondering, like, what is Chanadler Bong? Apparently it's Chandler's from Friends, the TV show Friends. It used to be pretty big back in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. The name that on his TV guide when it got delivered, they misaddressed his TV guide or something like that. So there you go. And I was surprised. I thought it would probably have something to do with Friends, but I looked it up on Steam, and apparently there were 12,000 people with that as their name. Which, yeah, there you go. Definitely caught me off guard. Okay, so we've got some wire going down here. Great spot for wire. Really stops that player from this spawn just jumping in and out of here. Makes it a lot harder to harass this area. They have to come around the long way. Some sandbags going down here. Classic sandbag spot, so your opponent can't really use them that effectively due to the flag. Which I'm surprised they didn't change it so you could phase through flags like you can on Mirage Fast mod. I thought that was one of the better changes that he implemented, but there you go. Definitely helped a lot with vehicle pathing, because I mean, coming through here with a vehicle, you'd always get stuck on this. In fact, I've got a video of a 222 like driving back here, then like running to this flag, doing a fucking loop-the-loop and dying. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't implement that change, but there you go. I mean, if you think about it, a flag like this, a tank would be able to run over it anyway, so it's not really like unrealistic. And anyway, so a few light skirmishes going on roundabouts, but this is probably the first main one. Bit of a battle for the garrison. It's really his choice. Oh, in fact, no, there we go. He sneaks around the side with his Volksgrenadier squad. Now this conscript squad is flanked. Best bet would maybe be to Ura over to this cover here. No. In fact, he's got a flamer squad coming down from the north. Man, wuff. Nice reactions. Jumps out of there immediately. Doesn't even get a single flame burst off. Now he's going for the cutoff. We've got two conscript squads out muscling their one Volk squad there. But the cutoff now is in some jeopardy. Let's get this flamer squad mobilized. Try and flush these guys out of heavy cover here. Conscripts now rotating from the south. So they're going to get a good flank off on these Volks, and looks like this harassment will be shut down shortly. If charges in as soon as they leave the garrison. Doing a lot of damage, but here comes a machine gun. Sturm's going to have to retreat shortly, and oh, there we go. Combat Engineer squad goes down. And now that's mission accomplished for wuff. Got some good cut-off play there. Down goes a Combat Engineer squad, so he's off to a pretty good start here already. And he's actually going for a battle group. So when you do this, you can lose a bit of momentum. Especially if you've got off to such a good start, you can get out of really fast looks, and because you've You know, got some harassment done to your opponent's resources. Really delayed their T70. So I'm kind of surprised, but he does have a lot of low health squads, so maybe that was his reasoning. Just wants to heal them up, doesn't want to bleed too much more manpower. He's fielding himself an MG34. Been going for Luftwaffe ground forces, and Chanadler Bong actually going for counterattack. One of my favourites. In fact, the General's Gentleman actually recently cast a game of me on this very map using counterattack, but I was in the other spawn. Pretty fun game if you want to check that out on their channel. Okay, so there we go. Incendiary grenade flushes that max amount of cover. Looks like it's going to reface in time. Maybe it's going to be close call. No, there we go. Suppressed, and he's going to retreat. These things are a bit dicey now, you know, now that the setup time has been revised, slightly increased.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
MG34 here, and the garrison's going to shut down these conscripts. Looks like it's... What was the gunner doing there? Why didn't it even fire there? Okay, there we go. Incendiary grenade though. That's... Get rid of all those conscripts. In fact, they're suffering quite a lot of manpower damage there as well. Makes them back into this garrison. But this is... Okay, now it's firing. It's like, wow, it's taking a long time to set up. There we go. It's away, and we've got a squad of conscripts up here. Probably a good idea to start building some sandbags up here as well. Whilst you're doing this harassment, makes it very hard to remove you as they try and push back and take their fuel again. And it's something that they themselves really not often get a chance to use, because very rarely you're making a coordinated push in this region. Okay, so we've got 2 maxims now for Chanadler Bong. And yeah, see, if he had sandbags here right now, he'd be fighting against these Volkskrieger a lot more effectively. As it is now, he's getting cut down. Going to complete the neutralize. But yeah, suffered a lot of models there, and would have had the sandbags down in time, I think. Maybe could have ultimately have hung on there for an extra, you know, maybe 20-30 seconds. There you go. Okay, we've got ISG now coming out for wuff, so he's got to make the most of his battle group HQ, and it's got some targets to fire at. It's, you know, 2 maxims on the field, so it's not like it's going to be wasted. Okay, I don't know if Wuff's spidey senses are tingling, but he's about to run head on into this maxim on negative cover as well. He's somehow stalled just outside of sight range. Perhaps he's hoping to come round here once the ISG does the business and clearing that garrison. He's actually putting a shoe mine down here, so that's a good spot because most light vehicles will pass through this region as they cannot destroy the tank red. More sandbags going down here, so Wuff's actually in a pretty good spot here. He's about to set up a triple cap. Things are going pretty well. He's got through the early game without too many hurdles. Got a lot of fuel. Could be thinking about putting down his tier 4 right about now. Conscripts are in. Force that retreat. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Wuff hasn't started his next truck under production yet, but maybe that's going to be coming up now. Got quite a lot of manpower. Maybe he wants to deploy some Fallschirmjäger. Does have a Raketen at the ready, expecting something. And this is actually quite a late tier 3 as well from Chanadler Bong. It's a real shame, you know. I say it every game, you got to be pretty diligent with your timings when it comes to getting your tier 3 units out of Soviets. try and maximize their effectiveness. It is, I mean, he's about 60 fuel late, so it's about 2 minutes late. So yeah. Okay, so there we go. That's some nice sandbags there from Chanadler Bong. Make it a lot easier to hold on to this VP. But here comes some Fallschirmjäger from wuff. They're charging in. Oh, in fact, there we go. Bundle grenade. Oof. They stayed behind cover there though, so it didn't do too much damage, but they're taking a lot of damage on retreat. I think they'll get away, but maybe on our 1 or 2 models. Yeah, it was a close call. Looks like whilst that was going on, wuff made a push for the cutoff and secured it. And there's some more action over here. Looks like Volksgrenadiers got forced away by conscripts.
A sector has been cut off.
Oh, and there we go. Lucky break there for the T-70. I think it killed the under construction mine, so you don't get the resources refunded in those situations. Which perhaps I should have covered in my cancellations video, but I decided not to. Same thing like applies, you know, it's basically like killing a building whilst it's under construction, which obviously you don't get the resources back from. I decided not to include it due to that reason. Okay, we've got Fallschirmjäger up here, which could be at risk of dying to this T-70, especially if they're clumped up around cover. And there we go. Tier 4 coming up from wuff. You know, a little bit late, but it doesn't really matter because it's got the Fallschirmjäger out instead of the obers. And they'll do just fine. ISG going to work up here. Down here, rather. It's a pretty safe spot. I mean, he's probably run into the Maxim down there twice. And if he just barrages there, that sandbag is likely to hit something. So nice awareness there by wuff. Their kitten was around here before. Okay, looks like it moved, but now it's coming back down. It's trying to creep down though, under the stealth of camouflage. And uh-oh, he's so close to the shoe mine. This could be disastrous. Kitten opens up. Activates the self-repair. Probably would have died anyway. It's quite low on health. But he gets out of the way of that arc of fire before the second shot can get off, so it's going to be safe anyway. There we go, Maxim. That was a nice spot to relocate it to. Well, pinning that squad straight away, but we've got a lot of squads that could come round on the flank of that Maxim. Just got to be careful with that. Fallschirmjäger up here in the north versus 2 conscript squads. This is going to be close. Okay, they cross the negative cover, take 1 model loss right there. And unless he uses a button grenade, he's going to lose. Yeah. T-70 was on its way as well. Kind of risky though, as I was saying, using your T-70 on this low health, because then you can't really make good use of the crew repair bug. Or not bug, micro trick. Because if it's not on full health, you know, then it has to heal that extra, you know, little bit of health. Probably won't put you over 320 health by the time the second anti-tank shot lands. So yeah, you got to try and use your T-70 on full health to make use of that trick. And there we go. That's one way to sweep mines. Run over them with your engineers instead of sweeping them.
Shock troops have arrived.
Looks like this took an absolute battering from this mortar, very close to death. There it goes, finishes the job. Wuff now has enough fuel for a medium tank, so that may be what he's going for now. Panzer IV. He's going to toss an incendiary grenade over here. No, maybe now. There it goes. I'll hop out of there. Here comes the T-70. No. So that squad retreated anyway. Fallschirmjäger back on the field. No, is that a fresh squad? They got 2 kills. That one's got 3. So yeah, another squad of Fallschirmjäger from wuff. Fallschirmjäger are great, but a very expensive unit to reinforce. And very vulnerable to explosives. They seem, something with these squad spacing just seems to be more wonky than other 4-man squads. They always seem to be more clumped up than other 4-man squads. They always seem to die to explosives. I mean, look how close they are, like all the time, just so clumped up. And conscripts getting ripped into. Wow, now they're on negative cover. No, there they go. Late retreat there by Chanadler Bong. And there we go, it's dead. Got wuff coming down for the cutoff, but he's going to run into a mine 2-man squad. I don't know if he's going to want to stick around for the neutralize. At risk of getting wiped by the T-70. Just coming. He sticks around for the neutralize anyway and then retreats. So kind of risky, but T-70 was kind of coming around the long way, so ended up working out for him just fine. No tank yet from wuff, so maybe he's just going to go straight for a Panther. We've got some shock troops now from Chanadler Bong. Do quite like shock troops on this map. You know, lots of places where you can ambush around corners and the like, so you don't have to charge in at close range all the time. And they should match up pretty well against the Fallschirmjägers. Also, yeah, I'm so happy now that they've made the shock troop grenades do 100% damage against garrisons. So happy they fixed that bug. Oh, there we go. Fallschirmjäger runs over a mine. T-70's there, but does not quite get in range to finish the job. But this could be... No, that squad's also going to retreat. So yeah, wuff playing very cautiously here, but he's just eking out an advantage. I think Chanadler Bong's lost 2 squads. Just a combat engineer and a conscript, yeah. And he's got a slight VP lead as well, so he is in the lead here. He's also got some good tech. So we have to see what Chanadler Bong gets up to here. Could have a lot of trouble against the Panther. KV-1 doesn't really match up that well against the Panther. It's just more of a meat shield. That being said, you can go double this guns quite effectively if your opponent hasn't gone for a mechanized truck. Doesn't have access to that walking Stuka, so that is one thing to Chanadler Bong's benefit. A walking Stuka to counter double this. T-70's been doing some pretty good counter harassment. Hasn't been getting that many kills, but it's been chasing away squads very frequently. And in fact, could get a wipe here. Wuff very late on the retreat. One more shot. Yep, there we go. Oh, and it drops the Shrek too. Oh no, what was that? Oh man, that's really bad for wuff. I'm not sure if he noticed it with those conscripts. He needs to get up there. Looks like that squad's going to get away. Is he going to go? Yep, there he goes. In fact, he Uras in to get it. Good decision. Oh man, this is so good now. That's exactly what he needs to get back into this game. Oh, here comes the Panther. He's going in for the crush instead. That's a bit risky. Could take engine damage here. He's not allowing that squad with the Shrek to actually line up the shot by pushing them. There we go. One Shrek in. Maybe he's got an AT grenades. You know, he doesn't even have it unlocked. But now this is a bit risky, charging with the shocks. Needs to stop them. Here we go. Once you get inside that minimum range, you can just stop your shocks. You don't have to keep chasing. In fact, it may be a better idea so you get that damage going in a bit quicker. Oof. Man, I was having visions of that mine getting detonated with the KV-1 on top of it. Luckily for Chanadler Bong, that didn't actually happen. But still, he's managed to steer the ship. Got 2 VPs under his control. And because this central garrison is down, he does have easy access to the centre as well. But it does seem to be easy to defend this central VP from this region here in the north. So, slight edge to the left-hand spawn to hold on to this VP here. Okay, you've got some sweepers coming down here.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Sweeping up a storm.
We are losing territory.
Gotta be careful with this T-70 now. It's got to try to keep it away from that Panther. And Chanadler Bong, if he's thinking about going for the KV, I mean not the KV, the B4, he's got to start putting mines everywhere on his side of the map. He's got a lot of munitions in the bank to try and protect it. You've got to start laying down that groundwork very early on, because once you've got it up, it could quite easily get rushed by your opponent, so you want to be well prepared for that. And honestly, if he gets the B4 out, as I was saying, with no walking Stuka easily available, Wolf would still have to tick up to his mechanized truck. It'd be quite hard to kill it. And in fact, no, he's putting up his mechanized truck now, so there we go. Maybe he's thinking about getting that walking Stuka out shortly. And that will cause a few issues for Chanadler Bong, because as I was saying, double Zis gun's very effective against the Panther, but walking Stuka makes life very hard for double Zis. And yeah, until Soviets get that tier 4 buff, until the tier 34 gets made a little bit better. And SU-85, yeah, I mean they don't have much to counter the Panther with, or much that's good. Okay, we've got a flare coming in. Not sure if there was a tripwire flare or a mortar flare. It doesn't seem like mortar flare's on cooldown, but I'm not sure if it works correctly. Panther took engine damage anyway from these conscripts. There we go. Garrison down. Oh, he's used for Mother Russia here. Here we go. I think he wants to try and knock out that Panther, but Panther's also just about back up to full. And we've got the Raketin in a nice spot, shutting down that KV. Here you go, these guys charging up there from the south. Gonna get a grenade off perhaps. Didn't. So for Mother Russia, I think it's providing a plus 50% accuracy boost for infantry, and I think it gives them like half a point of armor as well. So they're a bit more durable to small arms. It used to give a damage boost. Well, man, what am I trying to say here? Damage bonus as well, but it doesn't do that anymore. I think they removed that at the same time as they removed the used to give a fatigue penalty. So after Full Mother Russia, they used to then run around super slow for the similar amount of time that they run around super fast for. But yeah, I think they removed the damage bonus at the same time as the fatigue. But yeah, he really needed a grenade up there, and either grenade, smoke grenade, or a what do they call it? Is it RGD 43? RG 42. Okay. Either one of those two would have been great.
We shall fight as never before, Commander. Just give the order.
G70 up there though. Going to work. I think it's going to clear it out. Panther looks like it's going to try to rotate now, but it's a little bit late. Here we go, MG down. Now, no, it's not the squad with the Shrek up there, but still, they can't do too much. He's going to try crush. Here we go. He's going in for the crush. It's one of them. One shot, remember. It's not quite fast enough, and at least it's using the blitzkrieg to get efficient crushing going on, but can do it. Just don't get good. Looks like he popped a smoke grenade so he could cap that MG34. And wuff. I mean, if you see Chanadler Bong, he's got a huge army now. He's got 2 KV-1s, a lot of infantry. His wuff has suffered a few losses, but here we go, maybe able to get it back. Down goes one of the Maxims in the south, but here come the KVs. We have heavy crush here, so they're just rolling through that terrain. There are a lot of shoe mines here. This could be dangerous. Looks like the Panthers now rotating down to the south. Try and deal with them, but they're actually not going to try chasing any of those squads. They're just going to push them from the VP. The kid on its way down there as well. And here we go. All comes down to how this mine, if it goes off or not. Oh man, he's so close to that mine. These KV's got to be careful. But they're bouncing the Rakitten extremely effectively. And connects. Taking a pounding here, but here we go. Full Mother Russia onto the AT gun. Forces that away. At the same time, these KVs just having no luck penetrating the frontal armor of the Panther. But now the Panther's in a bit of trouble. Runs straight onto the Zis. It's going to take a AT grenade and some Shrek fire. In fact, I think this is going to be a dead Panther here. He continues to chase. No, got some suppression from this machine gun, luckily. Otherwise they may have been able to chase down that Panther. And there we go, one of the shoe mines detonates. So the KVs were thinking about going in for the kill, but it does not end up happening. It looks like this squad up here maybe died. Either way, wuff no longer has any Volksgrenadier squads with Shrek, so he's been suffering a lot of losses in the last couple of engagements. And if you look at his army size to Chanadler Bong's, he's in a really tough spot. Okay, so Shocks did end up beating those Fallschirmjäger, but COH2 came into the frame and suppressed them, did a lot of damage as well. VP situation pretty much level now though. Chanadler Bong has been getting the better of things for the last 2 or 3 minutes. It's now leveled the playing field, and wuff, I'm not sure what he's planning here. I mean, I thought he was going to go for a walking Stuka because there's a lot of support weapons sitting here in the center, trying kind of locking things down. But maybe he's thinking about going for the King Tiger. Just don't really feel that was necessary. Thinking about getting walking Stuka as well. The only thing that could really chase it down at this stage would be the T70, so it's not super vulnerable either. No tier 4 yet from Chanadler Bong.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Watching A coming in from the side. Using a few issues. They're so clumped, man, they could die so easily to even a KV-1 shot. Be dead. KV-1, here comes the Panther. Note opens up on the wrong KV, but it's in a good spot here. Is this gun out of position? One combination here goes down. KV-1's in a lot of trouble. These Fallschirmjäger just charging forwards. ripping in here, doing a lot of damage. One KV1 goes down. And Wuff satisfied with that, and his Fallschirmjäger running out of steam there, decides to retreat. But that's a job well done. I mean, just like that, their army size is just about back to level pegging. Oh, and he deploys another squad of Fallschirmjäger on the rear, clears out that vetted mortar. Oh, but he almost loses a Fallschirmjäger squad. Could still do it, perhaps. Got a lot of conscripts. No conscripts. Got an AT grenade. Panther. Where is this? This was being pulled back for reinforcements. He's using full Mother Russia. It doesn't affect the speed of weapon crews though. I don't think it does, at least. So they do seem to be going a little bit faster than usual. I don't know. Maybe it's just optical illusions. But yeah, weapon crews, I think they get different buffs. I think they only get plus 25% accuracy rather than plus 50%. And maybe they're the ones that gain the armor and not infantry. It's been a while since I've looked that up. Okay, so now tier 4 going down for Chanadler Bong. So perhaps he's thinking about getting an SU-85. Which, considering that Wuff looks like he's going to try to save for the King Tiger, is probably a good idea. Whereas Wuff now going for 3 Fallschirmjäger squads. It can be very hard to save up manpower when you have to reinforce 3 Fallschirmjäger squads. Very expensive squads to reinforce. So you know, he's at fuel for the KT, but he doesn't have nearly enough manpower, and he's going to be a hard pressed to save enough manpower with this many Fallschirmjäger squads to reinforce. Okay, Franchville goes out onto the stolen MG34, probably going to force it to retreat. Can't kill, can get them down to like 1 health. And uh-oh, Fallschirmjäger could be in trouble here. This is a Vet 4 squad as well. T70 up here, Panther in the center, nowhere near, and there goes Vet 4 Fallschirmjäger down. Oh man, Wuff probably should have expected that T70 to rotate up there. It's done that so many times now. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't put down mines like over here. And look around here, try and snare that T70 because that thing's being a real thorn in his side. Jumps out of camouflage there, starts ripping into these conscripts. Here comes a Maxim and going to start suppressing him. And they have to retreat. The Panther now. Put some pressure on this Maxim. As these Fallschirmjäger try and come in through the flanks. This is back up. In fact, no, that's the second Zis. This is what I was saying. Double Zis very effective against the Panther when your opponent doesn't have indirect fire. And did we just see another? We did. Fallschirmjägers went down up here to a mine, I'd imagine. So yeah, Wuff. I mean, he's just been bleeding so much manpower right here. It's crazy. His army just gets smaller and smaller, and this is the risk when you go for those Fallschirmjäger. They die to mines and T70 so easily because they get clumped up and they're so expensive. 440 pop. He's kind of hamstrung himself by going for so many Fallschirmjäger. They have been effective. I mean, he cleared that mortar. He's did some good work up here with them, but it's kind of come back to bite him now. But I think he's going to try to continue to save for that KT. Needs to get a bit more mobile with this Panther though. I mean, he can still force off squads as long as he's not running into that conscript squad with the Shrek. And deal with infantry just fine. Definitely need to see some minesweeper squads from Chanadler Bong though. Wuff has been planting a lot of mines. Kind of lucky that they haven't resulted in more vehicle destruction so far.
It is now under our control. Get your hands up!
Pop smoke there, try and get the neutralize on the cutoff. And here is the King Tiger for Wuff. So he's definitely got the armor advantage, and Chanadler Bong definitely needs to get an SU-85 right now. You start vetting that bad boy up. Cause yeah, you got to get it early because it's really kind of rubbish until it gets to Vet 2 and gets its rate of fire bonuses and whatnot. And once it gets Vet 3, it's a real machine gun. It's kind of being changed, you know. It's kind of increasing its penetration rather than rate of fire, so it's less of an RNG machine in the upcoming changes, which I think are good. And yeah, perhaps expecting that. And there it is. So King Tiger on the field. It's going to come down to how he uses it. Perhaps he's afraid to run it up there without sweepers, and here they come. Looks like he's content to try and crush all of these shrubs here. Perhaps open up the north a bit more. But I mean, his map control situation very, very dire. So many squads, he's just got no capping power at this stage. I mean, he could almost go for Kugel if the T-70 was no longer on the field. Finally, just to try and regain some map control. And nice use here by Chanadler Bong going for the recon mode. You can see how far he can see thanks to that. Some good bit of sight on the center. Yeah, I think it's Vet 2 when it gains its. It's Vet 3 when it gains its sight buff. Oh, but it looks like it may go down here. No, King Tiger switches targets. Panther's going to try to get the final shot, but very speedy on the road. T-70 gets away to safety. Shock troops, and yeah, you got to be careful being clumped up against a shot blocker like that. With the King Tiger around.
The sector is at risk.
Yeah, King Tiger not that mobile, so he's going to have trouble trying to rotate to both the flanks. Definitely has to secure the center to be successful here. Oh, this could go badly wrong for the KV-1 if you run over that mine. So the KT's backing away for repairs. With still very low on manpower. Doesn't have how much capping power. So he's just trying to send his Raketin up there to do some capping. He's that desperate. Tried to come in there for a stealthy cap, but didn't quite work. So here's the Panther. Where's it going? Looks like Chanadler Bong heard it rotating. He's trying to get out of there now. Gets a lucky shot off there as well. Mother Russia activated. KT's just about back up to full. Mother Russia, I mean, kind of just being used to bring these guys out onto the field very, very quickly, and they're looking for that Panther in the south that has disengaged. Just good because with those guys sprinting around like that, could easily snare it and do a lot of damage to it, perhaps result in its death. Not sure if the SU-85's been revealed yet. Doesn't have any veterancy, so hasn't shot anything yet. Oh, here we go. KV, oh my god. Oh, there we go. He runs over a mine and destroyed engine. There we go. This could be the opportunity that Wuff has been looking for. We've got the Raketin trying to do some capping in the center. Wuff's getting so low on VPs. Here comes the KT down the center, doing a lot of damage to these shocks.
Capturing supply sector. Brave infantry have made the
Looks
ultimate
like the
sacrifice.
KV-1's perhaps going to get away here. We've got this Shrek squad stopping him from getting too close with that Panther, but here it comes. Here comes the King Tiger down the center. We've got two Zis guns here though, working on the KT. KT just desperately trying to hold on so he can cap the center. And now KT backs away. Very lucky that almost none of those King Tiger shots are actually connecting there. KV-1 get downwind that combat engineer squad that was repairing it. KV-1 could be dead here. I mean, it's so slow. This gun's now rotating. Panther could go down very quickly from here. It's a lot of anti-tank firepower. He's going to back away. No, he gets away, but KV-1's not quite dead yet. King Tiger's coming back in from the other angle. And everything had rotated to deal with that Panther. Fallschirmjäger from the south. Down goes one AT gun. Fresh squad Fallschirmjäger from the north. Trying to take down these Zis guns. Maybe you could use a Faust on the T-70. Why? No. Okay, it's probably going to die now. Ooh, yep. Yeah, it's like, oh, is it going to get away? No, not quite. Mother Russia used again by Chanadler Bong. And I think he's going to just drain him on VPs here. Wuff lost his stern pios. Doesn't have any infantry left. He's got two quite heavily wounded tanks. Didn't quite clear out these Zis guns. I think he just needs to get his King Tiger back in action here, because otherwise he's just going to flat out lose the game. Can't afford to wait. And now he's realised that now. Here he comes into the centre, it looks like. Still got the SU-85 here though. And the Shrek squad as well. Here comes the Panther. Panther perhaps going to go for the flank on the SU-85. There it goes. Just rotates to try and deal with the Panther. There we go. Gets the rear armor shot off, and there's the KV-1. KV-1 gets destroyed. KT backed away, took engine damage. Just trying to flank around, but there's this gun there. Depends if he penetrates on this next shot. No, fails to penetrate. Panther could come down here, and no, actually this gun gets cleared. SU-85 is going to go down, but it doesn't matter. The VP's drained. Wuff just had nothing to cap with, and Chanadler Bong hangs on there. Close game and a very chaotic last couple of engagements there. Really a fun match. Yeah, I think things went wrong there for Wuff when he didn't go for the walking Stuka. Just left him so exposed. So hard to deal with all those weapon teams without the walking Stuka. And I think saving for the King Tiger instead of going for the walking Stuka was his main mistake here. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.